Nothing moves a diorama or railroad scene from great to fantastic, like static grass flowers, delicate static grass flowers that you can put here, there, and everywhere. You can add roses, iris, even dandelion beds. In this video, I'm going to show you how to go from the static grass itself to making flowers very fast. You can make hundreds in a short time, and it's easy. So let's move on. All right, let's look at the setup that we have here. We have one of our static grass king control units assembled, and to that I have attached one of the appendages that we recommend in our guidebook, which is nothing more an alligator clip wire on a piece of wood to hold it. We use this to hold many different things. Trees. In this case, we have a piece of wire screen onto which I attached some silicone baking paper. I use that baking paper because the glue, white glue, will peel off that. I have a pan. You can use any type of metal. Now, in that pan, in this case, I have just dumped some static grass. It's different sizes. I can mix and match. I'll use smaller for base. I'll use different colors. And with this, like I say, I can make tufts. I can make branches on plastic armatures and actually on weeds. Any trees I want to make, I can make the branches, especially wire trees, using this unit. I'll show you once again. I think I'll put a picture in between here. Excuse me. Let you see it. And any kind of metal. You can use thick aluminum foil from a pan. Well, aluminum pan. Don't use foil in a box, but something thick, piece of sheet metal, whatever the case may be. So let's take the next step, and I'm going to just show you the pull power with this on there. All right, we're going to make some tufts we can use for flowers, or we can use them as weeds in a field. Our setup is we have the static grass king control unit assembled, and we have the alligator clip appendage that we use when we use this in flock box mode. We go over here, and I have a piece of metal. You can use aluminum. I use aluminum screen or steel screen. You can use thick aluminum from the bottom of a baking pan, or a piece of sheet steel, or sheet aluminum, whatever you want. I put on there silicone paper, baking paper, and that will be used because we can peel off the glue. The first thing we're going to do is very simply take our glue bottle of one form or another and just make a series, and I'm not going to make a lot here because I don't want to bore you, a series of small dots on there. They don't have to be big and fancy. You don't have to do any special work. Just make a dot. That'll be enough for now. I'm just going to make some to show you how it works. I'll go back and redo this piece later and fill it out completely. But we get the stuff Okay, now we hook it up to the alligator clip. I have a mix of some 8mm grass and some a mix of green grass, just two different colors. What we're going to do is turn this thing on, and you hold it over the top and we'll let it pull the grass up. Notice that, look at those. I'll pass it until I get enough coverage to where I'm comfortable. Those are beautiful. I'll show you what they look like a little bit. Let me just get this stuff put together here. Oh man, you can't beat that. You can have a shaker all day and a form all day, but you don't beat this thing. This thing works like a champ. Look at those weeds and flowers. Whoa. Okay, I'll turn this off, and now just look at those. Look how nice they are. You got a couple of colors there. They're nicely filled out, and look how fast that was. If you want a whole field of this stuff, just go ahead and cover your paper with glue. Make sure you have enough of the static grass in your pan, but you can make a field with all different layers, all different colors. These, what I will do is, quite possibly with these, I'll just use them as weeds to put here and there, but at the same time, I can dip these, and I'll do that, and I'll do that, I guess, with this group, to show you. I can put some flowering tops on them, but be advised that what I will do is make another batch and just use them with different layers and different colors. And that was done very quickly. It took longer for me to talk than it did to make the doggone things. So you can play with all sorts of colors, all sorts of mixes, and all sorts of sizes. Now we'll dip some flowers just for demo. I've got a whole bunch of tufts. I'm just going to make colors. I make these all the time. These will be for my own use. I'll stick them in dioramas here and there. Watch the process slowly. After we go through it, then I'll speed it up. But generally what we do is we take a tuft. You notice I have a low mat tuft on the left-hand side. That will make a bed of flowers. And then I have smaller tufts, which will make individual pieces that will get stuck in corners and stuck in gardens. So the first thing I do is I add some glue. I use undiluted glue, white glue, to the tops. I spread it on. The first shot is always a little thick. I have to go back and take some of it off. But that's okay, no great bother. I'm working on video, and I always mess up on video because I'm worried about the camera more than I am doing the work. So we'll go back over here and clean this top left up a little bit. There, we get some of that junk off there. Now all I have to do is dip it into some flock. That's a fine turf. You can use a fine turf, a coarse turf, and just go ahead and tint it. Use the color you want. I use those colors also inside on trees for autumn makeup. But you dip it and off you go. So let's see what we can do from here now. Now I'm putting this thing up at 400%. No need to waste your time. You see the basics. I just go on bit by bit, adding the glue and making this. I make tufts all the time. I just work with, I sell static grass applicators, and I always need a demo. So I get tufts around, and I like making flowers. So I chop them up. I make flowers. I got boxes of these things around. They're so easy to make. You don't have to have forms, have to do anything special. It's a matter of taking some silicone paper, putting the dots on, using the alligator tool on the Static Grass King applicator, and bang, you got tufts. Boy, I mean, you can pump the tufts out, and then you see how fast you can do the flowers. Now, it's much faster when you don't have to contend with the video. I actually spread the flock on the bench, so I have a wide area. So it's glue and the stick, and all of a sudden I end up with a few hundred flowers. So I'll give them away, you know, at the train guild. Here are a couple examples of other flowers and how I use them in gardens and dioramas. I hope this has been informative. I would appreciate it if you subscribe to our channel. If you want to get one of these static grass applicators, there's a link down below. And if you like the dioramas you see, there's information about them down below also. So please, thank you for watching. Have a good day, and do please subscribe.